10 years ago, The Sims 4 got its first DLC, and we're going to jump in and see if it holds up in 2025. Welcome back everyone. Last episode, Lox was crushed by a bed, died, and then was revived. So I think he's due a bit of a vacation. 10 years ago, we got our first ever DLC, well, major DLC, which was the Game Pack Outdoor Retreat. And with it came a new vacation world called Granite Falls. So today we're going to take Lox to Granite Falls and leave him there for as long as it takes to complete the Outdoor Enthusiast aspiration. I'm just going to sell off some of these decorations just so we can afford an extended stay in Granite Falls, and also we've got, an entire year until we'll need these things again. So let's just clear up some space. So to go on a vacation, you click on your phone and then click travel. If you can hear the thunder behind me, it's because it's currently storming in Melbourne. We're going to go take a vacation. We're actually just going to go by ourselves. We can always invite people to join the vacation later. Back when Outdoor Retreat was released, you actually only had the option of traveling to Granite Falls when you took a vacation, because there weren't, of course, the other vacation world, but also there weren't the vacation rental lots, which you could just put in a residential world. Here is Granite Falls. There are 5 places that you can rent, and here is a national park that you can just travel to. This is a separate neighborhood, and this is a separate neighborhood. This is where I'm going to be staying. This is the campground. It's the cheapest place to stay, and we're just going to be staying in a tent to get the true experience. I'll stay for 7 days, but we may even need more. So here we are at the camping ground, and first things first, I'm going to head over here to this little hut to buy our camping supplies. There we go, found it. Some of the big additions to this game were the camping items. So not only tents, but also portable furniture and some things like coolers, inflatable beds. So we are just going to grab we'll just get this little tent here, grab a cooler. I'll also grab a fold-out table, a guitar, why not? And I'll also grab this herbalism book, which is the new skill that we have as part of this expansion pack. Herbalism allows your Sims to forage and identify wild plants, and then to turn them into remedies, which you can do through a barbecue. Here's one of the NPC characters that's part of Granite Falls. There's actually the other one there, the ranger. But the bear is one of the characters that you can come across while you are in Granite Falls. There is a third one, but I won't spoil that just yet. We'll meet them eventually. Lovely. Hello friends, I'm Shania, your friendly forest ranger. Let's introduce ourselves to the bear. You can see here I've got a tense moodlet from being near the bear. Hopefully once we build a bit of friendship, that'll go away. This is so cute. Look, so cute. A little squirrel or something. But let's have a look here. So I want to catch 5 fish, and I also want to harvest 10 unidentified plants. Let's also look for some frogs. See, here is a wild plant, but it's out of season. So we may have to come back maybe in fall when we can harvest it. Granite Falls also came with a new collection, which is the insect collection. There are 21 to find, and I don't think I've ever actually fully finished it. I've gotten close, so that may also be a goal for me today. I don't know how far I'll get through it, but we can try. A hurdle we're going to experience is that my sim actually dislikes fishing. So before we have a bladder or energy failure, let's look after some of these needs just in time. Let's just set up the tent here. I love the cheetah print. While he's sleeping, I'll look around for some other things for us to collect. I want to find some insects, and I also want to find some unidentified plants which are in season. Alright, and now it's night time. We get certain insects out. There are different insects in different parts of the world, but also at different times of day. Okay, he's woken up. We'll put the tent back into his inventory. A wild plant here, which is again out of season. It's a bit annoying, to be honest. Okay, so I'm going to go back to our camping area and I'm going to cook up some corn. And then we'll collect these insects over here. So it doesn't look like we're going to have much luck around here with the unidentified plants. So let's head to the national park and hopefully we'll have a little bit more luck there. Okay, so this here is the national park area and it's quite beautiful. There's this building here in the center, which is filled with lots of insects. You can see some of the insects that you can find in Granite Falls. There's also a toilet and a couple of amenities so you can actually station yourself here and just camp out, which is what I plan to do for the next little while. Now let's keep on the lookout for some unidentified plants. Oh, and also some insects. This dragonfly here is a great one to get. The dragonfly, wonderful. I can see a few more insects there as well, which is great. 2 locusts. Here we've got some praying mantis. Another wild plant that's out of season. We're definitely going to have to come back in either summer or fall. Some stink bugs. There's the bear again. Another dragonfly to collect, which is great. And while we're down at the water, let's go fishing. We can go fishing. Oh, Marcus is here. Let's go fishing with Marcus and the bear. Okay, so we've finished fishing and we found 3 mosquitoes. So let's have a quick look at our insect collection so far. Okay, we've caught 7 out of 21, which is pretty good. A third of the way there, but of course some of them are much rarer than others. But we'll just keep our eye out. If we're going to be here for 3 seasons, hopefully we'll be able to find everything before the end of the video. Another one of the additions that came with Outdoor Retreat is the campfire, which you can use to not only hang out, but you can also roast marshmallows or beetles. Let's do some veggie dogs. Alright, now that we've had our veggie dog and we've burnt our arm, let's start with the herbalism skill. The herbalism skill not only allows us to identify plants, but it will also allow us to brew these remedies. For instance, an insect repellent so Lox can stop constantly whacking away those mosquitoes. Okay, Lox can now brew deodorizing cream remedies. Nice, so that'll be able to help us with hygiene a little bit while we're out in the woods. But now we have these 3 remedies to brew. A sadness alleviation lotion, deodorizing cream, and insect repellent liniment. You can also see that I don't have any of the required plants. There's noxious elderberry, a firefly, one of the insects, elderberry, and parsley. So because it's nighttime, let's keep an eye out for fireflies. Lovely, 3 fireflies. Alright, so Lox is pretty tired. Let's set up our tent next to this waterfall. So we've survived night 2, it rained as we slept, and so we've got all of these puddles around us. We'll put our tent back into our inventory, and let's try to do a little bit of fishing together. Let's introduce ourselves to the ranger. Oh my gosh, one of the unidentified flowers is now in season. Lox has no idea what plant this is. Building herbalism skill will help identify plants. So I'm very glad that we've gotten at least one of the unidentified plants, but we still need to catch 5 fish, and at the moment my fishing skill is too low to even catch anything here. Luckily I'm in a state of mindfulness, which is helping me avoid my dislike of fishing and getting the tent smoothly. Caught our first fish, walleye, 2 walleye, wonderful. Let's see what else we catch. Okay, he's very angry from being forced to fish. Alright, let's come over here and fry our fish and just let Lox cool down a little bit after his bout of anger. Alright, enjoying our fried fish. We've nearly overcome our bad time fishing. Alright, I just found the rainbow firefly, which I'm very happy about, And I've just sent the tent up to have another night's sleep before we explore a little bit deeper into the forest. I think that I've pretty much gotten as much as I can out of this area as far as unidentified plants go. There's only one in season. And as much as I like the realism aspect of having some of the plants out of season, it does make this herbalism foraging experience a little bit worse because you're encountering plants, which itself is a bit of a struggle, but then you can't actually harvest them until you come back next season. When I compare it to how I played back in 2015, and I was doing this same aspiration and could just jettison around and collect all of these different plants, slowly build my herbalism skill to the point where I can identify them. Now it's like, oh, so I found the plant, but I can't do anything with it until I come back and then wait for it to bloom again. Yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to wake up now and put the tent back in the inventory. Lovely, we just got to level 3 herbalism. Perhaps that'll be enough, but let's just try again. Still not high enough. But now that it's light and we're fully rested, let's explore a little bit deeper around this area. I have just found another plant here. Perhaps it's the same variety as the other one I've already found. Alright, so it's more of the same. Let's just try again. It's seasons, summer and spring. And there's another one over here as well. Most of the plants have a sort of sinister version to them that looks the same, hence why there's that skill in identifying them. So there's often a noxious version of the plant that looks very similar, which is quite fun. Anyway, we'll keep exploring through here and see if we can find any more plants. Oh, there's one just here. And in the distance is something which we'll have to investigate as well. Oh, okay, lovely. This is another one of the unidentified plants. Lovely, and I think from its appearance I already know what it is, but let's see whether Lox can discover it. Still no idea. Alright, we really have to build that herbalism skill. Another plant here. That's 8 out of 10. I'm just going to fish for a little bit tonight, just so then I can sleep off the anger that I get. Fishing level 3 is great news. Another nice camping spot for the night, and I'll see you in the morning. Alright, another night out in the wild. Unfortunately, there we go. I seem to have quite a few strangers trying to share the tent with me. I guess there aren't too many other places to sleep around here. But I think today is the day that we can explore a little bit deeper into the woods. We'll also collect this sage while we're on the way. Alright, so he's about to collect his 10th unidentified plant. So now all we need to do is catch an extra 3 fish. But what I really want to do, and what hopefully he's not too tense to do, is going through here. Alright, will he survive? Okay, exploring the brambles. Surrounded by thicket, thorns, and danger, most assuredly, Lox is left with only one decision. Step forward or retreat from adventure. Step forward, of course. After several minutes of hacking furiously through the bush, a large web is blocking Lox's way. One would prefer that web is not paired with a spider. Let's find an alternate route. A semi-rational fear of enormously industrious spiders sent Lox to an alternative route. Naturally, this route was coated in overripe fireleaf. Damn, okay, so no luck there, but we can continue with the foraging out here until we get a little bit more comfortable. Alright, so our fun is desperately low, so low that I can't fish at all. So we're just going to have a quick little jam on the guitar until we can get a little bit higher motive there. And we'll also eat something as well. Maybe we'll grill some more corn. So Lox has been given the creative trait for playing the guitar a bit, and I think I'm going to accept it. Okay, our motives are pretty good now. Our energy is low and our social is low, but I think it's time we head back and attempt the bramble bush again. Okay, step forward, we'll learn from our mistakes. Go through web, and here we go. Lox feels he's on the verge of finding something special, something to make this all worth it, but is quickly tiring. Should Lox take a quick nap or sally forth? I think we sally forth. Here we go. Lox has navigated the nigh, foiling foliage to discover a sacred cove in the midst of a forest. A cove containing a mysterious sim. Travel toward the sim, of course. Would you like to send Lox into the deep woods? Let's go. Okay, so here we are into the deep woods. You can see it's a little bit of a smaller area compared to the national park, but it does have this mysterious house here, this little cottage, and a mysterious resident who lives there as well. So let's see if we can find her. Okay, so here is Sunny, the hermit. Alright, well, there's a chamomile on the ground there, so I'm just going to plant that for later. And let's harvest these mushrooms here. One of the things I really love about this pack is that they expanded the woodworking skill to allow you to craft things like these planter boxes or these littler pots over here. So while we're here, let's do a little bit of woodwork as well. While he's doing the woodwork, I'll keep an eye out for any unidentified plants. Plenty of these mushrooms. We'll have to identify them soon. Alright, let's head over to this beautiful waterfall and do a little bit of fishing, and then we can sleep. He's very close to an energy failure. Okay, he's awake and he is busting for the toilet. While we're here, we can even just use his kitchen. Okay, now hopefully we'll be able to catch a fish. Oh, a cow plant berry, that's pretty cool. But I would prefer some fish at the moment. Okay, yellow perch, that's great news. So just 2 more fish to catch, and now that we're level 4, we may have better luck in this spot as well. A shower tarp, that's cool. I didn't actually realize that that was an item. I think that's the first time I've ever found that, but that is going to help us a lot as far as maintaining his hygiene. And the trout, lovely. So milestone complete. So now we have to achieve level 4 herbalism, cook 2 plates of beetles over a campfire, and eat 10 plants. I think we can definitely do that. Oh, Lox has learned more about Sunny and is now attracted to him. Actually, lots to harvest, which is great. And let's continue reading our herbalism book. I wish that I had the next edition. Okay, it's just switched over to summer, which means we are going to have other plants to be able to harvest. Hopefully I got everything that I could have harvested from spring. We've got these 2 here and the 2 mushrooms. Okay, we just got to level 4 herbalism, which means we can now brew de-stressing decoctions. Let's attempt to identify a few more of these plants. First plant identified, the moral mushroom. That is great news for us. Alright, I think we're close enough with the hermit now that we can claim half of the bed. Okay, a quick intermission from Editor Lox from the future. It seems like almost all of Day 8's files have corrupted, which is a real shame because it was actually quite an eventful day. Because it's the first day of summer and we were still at the hermit's house, we were able to get a couple of new plants from his garden. We got the chamomile and the huckleberry. We also got higher in herbalism skill, which meant that we could actually identify all of the plants we've got. We also invited the hermit to join our vacation, so Sunny is now going to be with us at the campsite. And we got struck by lightning. The only bit of that final day that I actually have footage of is me burnt to a crisp from the lightning. But yeah, I'm really sorry about that, but we'll go straight back into Day 8, or the end of Day 8, and then into Day 9. Okay, I don't think I'm going to tempt fate and risk another Locke's death, so instead of staying here where the storm is, I'm going to head back to the campsite. Alright, oh, it's raining, so it looks like this isn't going to happen. Let's just set up the tent. Okay, fully rested. I did see some fireflies in the background. Let's just quickly get those. Okay, so cook 2 plates of beetles over a campfire. All right, I'm just gonna have to hope that the beetles he chooses to cook with are not going to be the ones that I only have one of, because that would be pretty devastating. Maybe I actually drag out the ones that I just have one of. All right, we've got huckleberry and we've got chamomile, but we don't have their sort of sinister versions. Oh, here we go. This wasn't available when we were here in spring. I reckon it's the other version of the chamomile. I feel like we're so close to finishing all of the different plants. Let's see if we can identify it. This appears to be toxic chamomile. Wonderful. And is this another unidentified fruit? That's wonderful. This could be the other version of huckleberry. No, it's elderberry, which we haven't found any versions of. So that means I still have the other version of elderberry and the other version of huckleberry as well. So I think that means we only have 2 to find. And I'm assuming they're all in season now. It seems like summer is a great time to come to Granite Falls. Aside from, of course, the storms. It's actually so beautiful. There's a weird thing about The Sims where you can sort of vicariously experience whatever your sim is going through. So I feel like Lox is, connecting with nature, and, through him, I'm also feeling a little bit of that, comfort. Look at this bird. All right. Lox is overheating. Let's change him into his summer outfit. Honestly, I should have set up some more sort of like hiking appropriate clothes before he left so he could I got dressed up in real life but I forgot to dress my sim up. You know what, let's plant some stuff for like future sims. How about we uproot this? Is this just a carrot? Yeah, we're not going to miss out on too much. And then I'll plant... Oh, I thought I could just drag sorry to that carrot plant. Whoops, I'm just out here vandalizing the crops. Anyway, he's pouring some remedy over it. I better cook for something for Sunny and I as well. Oh, and I don't think I've gotten any of the butterflies, and I think there are a few. I'm not gonna cook up a meal when there are good beetles going to waste. Speaking of beetles, oh yep, another burnt hand. Oh, I'm overheating because of my proximity to the fire. That makes sense. Okay, so we just cooked our second batch of beetles. Now we want to craft 3 excellent herbal remedies, identify all unidentified plants, and befriend the Hermit of Granite Falls. Okay, because we have the Hermit as part of our vacation group, I may have to go back and befriend a new Hermit. I didn't really think this through. Okay, hopefully this will be a winner. Oh, and there are some flies of some... Are they bees? How are we going with the collection? Let's have a little squeeze. Okay, 13 out of 21. Very close to getting 2/3 of the way. This may be the 2/3 marker. All right, this could be plant number 9. Yes, 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 yes. Attempt to identify. This appears to be noxious elderberry. That's fantastic. Maybe before we leave, we try to brew some herbal remedies. Oh wow, I can almost do everything. Wonderful, so that's 1 excellent concoction. Maybe we make the insect repellent. I wonder if that'll help as far as collecting insects. For instance, instead of getting bitten by one, you can almost guarantee that you'll collect them. Or maybe it will work the other way around, like you won't be able to collect insects with the insect repellent. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so that's 2 out of 3 excellent herbal remedies. Okay, lovely. Lox can now brew natural herbicide oil remedies. Again, I don't really know what the effects of all of these remedies are because I rarely brew them, if I'm 100% honest. Okay, I think these are more of the Jezebel butterflies. So even that is quite a beautiful view. If I just turn my camera off, like, that could be a little postcard. Alright, I just found Muckleberry and I wasn't recording when I found it to finish off that milestone. I'm really sorry about it. So now one of our milestones is to sleep 5 nights in a tent, which we've been doing the entire time. Hopefully we have enough hours in this night that this will count. Okay, he woke up because of his low bladder and unfortunately that didn't count. It mustn't have been a long enough sleep or something. I don't know. Let's put this into our inventory so at least we have our tent with us if we go to the national park again. I'm still kicking myself for not recording the collection of the Muckleberry mainly because I was like clapping and wooing. And if I wasn't recording it, it essentially just means I'm doing that like aloud to myself. Anyway. Okay, 6 out of 15 insects have been acquired. So we still need another 9 insects. We need to sleep all of those 5 nights in a tent. And we need to improve our herbalism skill. Do you know what? This is my first time to test out my shower tarp. With the Jungle Adventure game pack, which I may actually do a playthrough of after this because I've had so much fun doing this vacation stuff. But in the center of town, at that bar with the market stalls in front of it, you can buy a shower in a bottle. And so I've always just relied on that, but it always bugs me when I run out of them and I don't have any way to get my Sims clean if they're out doing archaeology up in the hills. So this little portable shower, it's something that I'm honestly surprised I didn't know was in the game. I feel like this is something that I would love. I feel like this is something that I would have used all the time. But I'm very glad to get it. Maybe you can only get it from fishing. Alright, let's head back to the national park. Alright, we're back at the park and I've triple checked that I'm recording. Okay, let's keep looking out for insects. So here is another Muckleberry. Whoa! Muckleberry! I can't believe we've finished that aspiration. It's like you guys have missed nothing. If you do own the Seasons expansion pack and you want to come to Granite Falls, come in summer. Learn from my mistakes. Okay, we might just have to set up our tent here. Just because I don't want to risk missing another night. Okay, Lox is well rested. He has his first of 5 nights in a tent ticked off. Now we just need to find 3 more insects, keep on improving our herbalism, and have another 4 nights in a tent. I almost wish they had the 5 nights in a tent thing earlier. Now I'm a little worried that I'm going to have absolutely everything else finished and I'm just going to be having these like excess nights in a tent. But I do have a lot of insects to collect. I think... oh wow. Oh, that's why that went so quickly. Because collect 15 insects and sometimes I'm grabbing 3 at a time. When I read that, I thought it would be like I have to find 15 unique insects or something, but I'm kind of grateful that I can just batch collect them. You know, I think we just head through the bramble patch. While he's just sad and not uncomfortable, let's head on through. Okay, home sweet home. So, befriend the Hermit of Granite Falls. I did that just by being friends with Sunny. I assumed because that wasn't completed when I looked at it before that I must have reset the Hermit. Oh, okay. Ah, these must be the walking sticks. Oh, and I can see some other butterflies over here. Lovely, the blue morpho butterflies. So just looking at my collection here, so I still have 3 common insects to find, 1 rare, and 2 uncommon. Look at this fella, little woodpecker, well actually quite a large woodpecker. Okay, it's looking late enough. Alright, I might just eat some like carrots and stuff, just so there's less chance of us waking up in the middle of the night from hunger. Alright, 2 out of 5 nights. Let's put this back into our inventory. I'm really looking closely to see if I can find any insects. Oh, these are beautiful. Alright, why is he taking so long? Oh, because he's sulking. Lunar moths, okay. Lovely, so that's the first time I found a lunar moth. But maybe I should head back to the campsite because I feel like I've spent the majority of the time between the national park and the hermit house, like the deep woods. So maybe if I head back to the campsite, there will be some insects popping up there that I haven't captured yet. And I'm pretty sure that's where I saw those bees. I've actually never looked at this too closely. So people are actually staying at these vacation rentals. That's quite cool. Okay, it happened. The first bladder failure. I was sending him around to look for frogs and I didn't pay attention to his needs. Whoops, sorry Locks. It's all part of the experience. Luckily we fished up this shower. Oh yes! Here are the bee things again. Please, please, please. "17 out of 21, and they were the common one, the first common. So we still have 1 more common insect to find, 2 uncommon, 1 rare. Oh my gosh! Well, lucky it's raining. Oh, okay. So a lot just happened then. There was both a fire and then Sunny got hit by lightning. I think it's a good time for us to get to bed. Another near miss there with the lightning. But that did count as a night's sleep. We now have 2 more nights to sleep in a tent. I might just try to sleep a little bit longer. Okay, nice. The storm has subsided. Let's check out what other supplies we can get as well. I guess the inflatable beds and the cots are a good idea if you were staying in one of the cabins and you didn't have enough beds for your family size. For example, you chose the cheapest cabin, but you have a family of 6 or something. I forgot about the little lanterns. That would have been cute. I mean, I've still got a few nights to stay here. I can use them. And the gaming table is another thing I forgot about. Let's get some of these chairs as well. Okay, I'm going to try to pay attention to the locations of these a bit more. So these ladybugs are right near this toilet. And, oh, that's right near my accommodation. I'm heading to the Granite Falls forest because I'm pretty sure that some insects will only spawn either here or in the deep woods. And so we're just going to keep an eye out. I know that there's a location right near here which spawns. Let's just go and set up our tent and ensure that we can sleep through to the night. Okay, 4 out of 5 nights there. So 1 more night to sleep in a tent and we've ticked that off. Monarch butterflies are uncommon. And and I haven't gotten any of those yet. Fire ant is common, so that'll be my last common one. I'm so surprised that I haven't found them yet. Okay, we just got to level 8 herbalism and energizer infusion remedy. Interesting. Oh, from one of the lightning strikes, there was an element. Homesick from being away from home. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, mate. This is your home now. This is your life. I think this is the monarch butterfly, which hopefully... Okay, lovely. Which I have now collected, which means we must be pretty close to finishing that collection. I've definitely got the fire ant and then a few others that I'm not entirely sure about. Okay, this looks like a good spot. Maybe we try to collect these insects before we head in, just so we can clear up that slot for something else to spawn in. And then all we need to do to finish this aspiration when we wake up is to finish the herbalism skill, which should be easy enough. Alright, there we are. 5 nights in a tent has been ticked off. Now we just need to get 2 more skills in herbalism. So it's officially the 3rd week now that it's Sunday, and I still haven't found all of my insects, and I still haven't gotten to level 10 herbalism. I'm also noticing that a lot of these plants are out of season again, which is great news. Okay, fantastic. So that little bit of stargazing or whatever has inspired us, and so now we can head through to the deep woods. So I just made the natural herbicide oil, and that must have been what Sunny, the hermit, was pouring on a plant earlier. Again, I've never brewed this before, so I don't actually know what its function is. I assume that it's something that boosts a plant, like, yeah, who knows. Oh, we're so close to level 9. I think just one more remedy and then we are there. I seem to have a lot of basil and noxious elderberry, so let's just keep doing that. Oh, I'm running out of noxious elderberry, so I better be careful. Especially now that everything is out of season. Okay, lovely. Rage relieving salve remedies. That could be good for me after I have been fishing for a bit. Okay, let's keep an eye out for insects. Unfortunately, it just seems to be insects I've already gotten. Alright, so a quick sleep on Monday morning because I stayed up through the night hoping that I'd be able to find some rarer insects, and it's all just been the same thing. It's been these lunar moths, it's been fireflies, it's been the dragonflies. I'm just going to spend one more night here. I'm going to keep on doing the brewing just so we can get closer to that level 10. Oh my gosh. Look there, that's, I think, one of the super rare ones. Oh my gosh, please don't disappear. Look at this mysterious floating thing. Okay. Phew. Lox has caught Will-o'-the-Wisp. It can be found in his inventory. That is fantastic. So that must be all of the rare. So now all I'm missing is an uncommon and a common, the fire ant and something else. I'm at least glad that I found the Will-o'-the-Wisp because I'm pretty sure that can only be found here and the national park. Okay, we are so close to level 10. Alright, I'm just gonna have a quick bite to eat and then we can stay here for the night. I will just check around a little bit in the morning and just see whether I can find any more insects here. It's now Tuesday in fall, and I was hoping, look at that. That could be our last uncommon one. Please, 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 Lox. 2 jewel beetles. Alright, now he's probably gonna have his second bladder failure of the trip. Okay, I really should be I really should be a little bit better with that. Thank gosh we've got this shower. Now that we have all but one insect, I feel like we have to finish the insect collection. If I don't find that fire ant, I'm going to feel like this episode is incomplete. Okay, let's have a little quick look around. That's another good secondary benefit from me doing this adventure, is that I'm getting so many collectibles because I'm, scouring around the map so often. A fire nearby? Whereabouts? Oh gosh. Sunny again. Maybe I can even use... No, I don't want to use my magic. That's 2 barbecues that Sunny has ruined. I can't get over how deep Sunny's voice is. Yips. Dabashibi. Alright, well it's sure gonna make it more Oh, Locke's learned more about... Oh. And now I'm attracted to the bear. Attraction to bears is kind of on brand. This could be the second last remedy we have to brew, which would be amazing. Aspiration achieved. Lox has completed the Outdoor Enthusiast aspiration. Lox has become one with nature. Trait earned Survivalist. Sim gets high quality moodlets from using camping equipment and fresh ingredients. I love that. Now all we have to do is find the fire ant. Oh. No, they're just ladybugs. So I'm getting a few benefits from the survivalist trait, but I'm really hoping that today is the day for the fire ant. Okay, someone has to get this man away from a stove. There are just a few too many fires happening at this campsite. I find it hard to believe at this point that the fire ants actually are common. I think I have just found them. I was truly at the point where I had given up and I was about to burglariate the ones from the lodge. They look like fire ants. I don't know if now is the time, but I think it's worth trying my insect repellent. Hopefully, actually, let's see if there are any other insects around that I can trial this on first. So if I were to collect those, okay, so you can still collect them while you have the liniment active. Let's see if we can catch this. Collection complete. Oh, that is a huge relief. 3 fire ants. It can be found in your inventory. Let's just have a look there. Look at that. Collection's complete. 2 out of 42. That is an amazing sight. And the fire ant, I truly don't believe that it is a common insect anymore. In my eyes, it is rare. It is precious. Oh, I'm so relieved to have completed that collection. We still have 2 days of our vacation, but I think it's time to just end the vacation and head home finally. Home sweet home. And I believe that the power and water has been disconnected, so we better pay our bills. Worst case scenario, we set up our tent. Oh, did I leave my tent there? I think I did. Alright, and one last thing I want to do. Our plaque of plaques. Let's view it. Look at him admiring his collection. Honestly, I'm just going to put them into here because I don't want to risk losing them. Plus 8. 203 insects in total. not including the ones that we made into remedies. Alright, there we have it. The Sims 4 Outdoor Retreat gameplay in 2025. That insect collection was way more frustrating than I expected it to be, but I'm so glad we've completed it. We've also completed the Outdoor Enthusiast aspiration. I mean, for the majority of that, I had a lot of fun. I did have the slight frustration of things being out of season, and then the seasons got in the way in another sense with just their weather or temperature. So I was overheating when I was trying to cook my beetles, or I was constantly trying to avoid being struck by lightning. But I think that's genuinely part of the experience, is when you are out in, the great outdoors, you are subject to everything that Mother Nature can throw at you. So I actually accept that as part of the experience, and, would I play it again? Yeah, I could imagine myself definitely going to Granite Falls and maybe having a slightly different experience, maybe going to one of those cabins. I would much rather go to Selva Dorada or even to Mount Komorabi and do the mountain climbing expedition, but I'm glad that I've done it. Maybe in the next episode I'll set up a little store to sell my remedies and my potions and my insects and my magical artifacts. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe if you are not already, leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you very, very soon. Bisous.